no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories.
Live from your glade.
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories.
Yes. Wow. Can't believe 2022.
Woo!
Wow. So
it's off to a great start.
it really is. I've been coughing a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
It's been great.
Coughing up 2021.
You know, Kissel, I guess that's what it certainly must be.
Didn't have that on my
Not
2022
getting
bingo card.
Not getting over a novel virus. All right, Kissel.
Ooh.
Now that we've now we're here in 2022, it's
I think
putting
my
to think
audiobook virus is better.
I'm going to walk away from the show.
Absolutely, thank you.
It's important to think about a goal for 2022.
What's your goal?
Right, normally you live your life, right? Aimless, directionless, covered in various buffalo sauces, and
If it's a good day.
and just the leavings of your Bud Lights as it soaks into your one black shirt, your one pair of jeans.
That's not true. I have multiple black shirts.
I've seen that. No, honestly, that's true.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
tens of black shirts.
You have tens of black
Yes.
shirts, and that's where all of
I do
your
have
food
one
goes.
pair of jeans, though.
And you're a rudderless man, but by choice, right? You're a man. You're an independent man. You're
Floating at sea.
You're the just out abandoned on a raft like Elian.
Oh,
Do you remember him?
I do remember him. They should have let him stay in the country, but
No, I actually
that's
think
okay.
I'm glad we sent that little boy back. I'm certainly glad we
Alien
imprisoned that little boy.
Gonzalez. No, that wasn't very nice.
But Kissel, this year, think about it. Don't you want to get on a rail? Do you want to sit and think about where are we headed? Where are you going to go with your life? Because you're just the human version
rail.
of a cryptid right now.
I'm a rail. I'm on a rail. I'm on a monorail.
You're just talking about being alone.
Yep.
But
Well, no, I'm doing pretty good here.
so if there was a direction that you want to put your 2022 in, what's the direction? What's your New Year's resolution?
Well, let's go. All right, everyone. Welcome to Side
didn't
Stories,
answer the
everyone.
question.
I have been hanging out with Henry.
You're not going to answer the question?
I'm 4 days in. I'm on my no BL, no booze, dry gin. Although I have figured out multiple concoctions with liquid THC, which has been good. I've been playing Guardians of the Galaxy, so that's one of those motivations for me. I'm trying to get Star-Lord to the end, trying to rescue what appears to be my daughter.
So your
so that's fun.
2022 objective is the objectives within this video game.
Get better at Madden.
Okay.
That's another one.
Okay, good.
Obviously, continue. It's like, can you get better at broadcasting? No.
No.
Peak.
No, certainly
Peak of the
can't.
mountain.
There is no way.
Peak of the mountain.
We can
so
physically
can't get better at that. Live performance. Peak of the mountain.
Already the best
Can't get better at that.
Us, Pavarotti.
Yes.
Kiss at their peak.
At their peak.
War now.
Oh, I love
I know
Gore.
that it's sad that Odorous died, but
Is that right? Odorous is dead. That was
Yes.
2021, another 2021
I think that was
casualty.
2020. That was drugs. It wasn't even COVID.
Oh.
But
Who would have thought Odorous would have died from drugs?
But that's getting, yeah, so we're already past our peak. So I guess that's right. I guess there
No, we're
isn't
peaking.
nothing for you to change.
No, the peak, the mountaintop, everyone's like, oh, it's a little peak. No, it's quite large. So
yeah, it
you
is.
can actually peak at this point for the rest of our lives.
You're
Hopefully,
talking
knock on wood.
that is a plateau. Is what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. But you plateau at the top, so you've peaked. No, there's no peaking in podcasting to begin with. We're not. If we peak, that is by nature plateau.
Yeah, because it means there's a way to.
We're not Tom
descend.
Hanks. Tom Hanks peaked at Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, and now he's plateaued amongst the heavens still. But it doesn't matter because peak podcast is still. Oh my God, we are 1/10 as powerful as Tom Hanks pretending that he has some sort of disease or can run a lot.
But I tell you what, you could certainly give him $2 million to get skinny.
I love
And
it.
he does it in a second. And someone could also do that for me.
I did a bunch of sit-ups. I've been doing my push-ups. You wait until you see me on the road, everyone. You guys are going to be stunned.
Yeah, I can't wait because you know what you are right now? I look at you. This is a pile of fine Italian marble that you're going to carve into a new person for some, again, you're looking for a
I feel
CFO,
like you've been really trying to
35-year-old nurse.
You've been really trying to match make me lately.
I have.
But I don't know if sometimes the town crier. Sometimes the town crier doesn't necessarily attract the best audience. So maybe you aren't the one. The fisher.
Are you saying that? Oh, you're saying that I'm bad.
You're
bait
fishing for
you.
carp. You're fishing for carp. We get your little white bread on the stick. Also, carp love white bread, so you throw a little white bread out there.
What?
And you find a carp, but then you have to beat it to death.
You're
because
the white bread.
no, you're the fisherman.
Yes, you're the bread. I'm the fisherman. The women are the fish.
I don't. But
or a
I
very
just said
shapely
if you
man.
catch a carp, you have to beat it to death because they're technically an invasive species.
That's called marriage.
No, I'm looking for a largemouth bass. Someone who likes to run free.
I think we got to take you to Canada.
Ooh.
The other day, man. Speaking of liquid THC, you're also dabbling. I got
Dude,
some.
not
of that stuff.
dabbling. I'm in it.
I know.
I lived in a tank of it. Dude, I'm going to show you.
I did it last night.
I went to go see the Packers game, and I have my mocktails because I still like to go out to my bars because I don't just go out to the bars to get hammered. I like to watch my games. Look at my mocktail.
Oh.
It's
was that all tink?
Yes.
At the bottom of that? It looks like a fucking snow cone.
It looks like a snow cone. It's soda, splash of cranberry.
That's too much tincture, buddy.
And then it is about 3 inches of blue tincture that looks like it would kill Superman himself.
Oh my God, Kissel,
But
are your pants on backwards? How'd you do that?
Yeah, buddy.
How'd you put those clothes on you?
Oh my God, I just pissed my pants.
Yeah, or at least it's coming out in the butt.
Look at that. But I'm telling you, you can still have fun with it. And you just say,
of course, you're high as fuck.
Yeah.
You turn that.
But that's still dry.
Technically, that's officially a cocktail. I would call
There's
that
no
a cocktail.
booze in it.
I got some of the stuff from Whedon when we from Long Beach. We were down in Whedon. I missed that crew. That was what a great weed store. And I got some of that tincture that you soak under your tongue. Like you squirt like two on your tongue.
Works, dude.
And so I thought, like, to be honest, I spent a long time. I ate edibles for like 2 weeks, right? And it's like, and it's cool. And I was like, I'm going to up my game. So the other day, 2 days ago, I was like, I put one squirt under my tongue and I was like, there's no way that's enough. And then I did another squirt under my tongue and I went and I had made a salad.
Uh-huh.
And I found myself, this is not even a bit, staring at the tomatoes. I walked in. I had pulled up a tomato on a fork. Natalie found me looking at a tomato, and I swear to God, I was seeing the life force of the tomato.
Really? What was that all about?
It was like tendrils, because then when I put it inside of me, and that's why I turned to Natalie and I said, I'm putting their life force directly into my veins, and I can feel every ounce of their orgone energy. These tomatoes are alive.
They are.
And now they're in me. That's liquid THC.
I think that you made a fantastic discovery because, as you can tell, tomatoes, never mind. According to Britannica, they don't feel pain. But other vegetables do.
They do.
Can vegetables feel pain? Absolutely they can. And so I think that is just a wonderful thing.
So you hear that? You fucking vegans? You hear that? You little Hitlers?
Oh, nope, never mind. Turns out, according to Britannica, no vegetables feel pain.
That's what they're just saying that to cover their fucking ass. Because you know what vegetable could feel pain was that Terry Schiavo. They had to get rid of her.
That was a horrible dispute. I
actually think that she probably did feel pain, and I know that people get upset by calling her a vegetable.
It was the early 2000s, the Terry Schiavo case, and I still don't fully understand what they were all fighting about.
It sounds like it was a torturous existence to just live on a bed.
Yeah, but then also I think that her boyfriend, now that I think about it, I think he wanted some money.
He did.
Just get a divorce.
Yes, he did. But he didn't want to have the social stigma of being the person who divorced Terry Schiavo.
It's not okay. Number one.
But you said boyfriend.
Husband. Number one,
we don't know anything about this case. We're both talking about we are both talking about. We just talked about how much liquid THC you have consumed. You just showed me a picture.
I've also been taking edibles and smoking joints.
But me too. But you just showed me a picture of 3 inches of tincture at the bottom of a glass of seltzer, which means your factoids don't mean anything anymore. Like your remembrance of the past.
It was going to be an emotional factoid.
Yes.
When one is married, whatever agreement that is at that day, that is the agreement that must last forever. So, for example, if you are in an open relationship and you're married, and then all of a sudden, oh wow, you go and get blown after marriage, and now all of a sudden your partner's upset. It's like, no, we made this agreement. That's the agreement.
You have to talk about it. Yeah.
Terry Schiavo, there was at no point a clause where it's like slip and fall in the shower clause. So
I don't know if that's what happened to Terry Schiavo.
No, it is.
It is. All right, cool.
That she slipped and she fell in the shower. So again, only take a bath.
Only take a bath.
Be careful. And then I feel like when she's in that state, he has the ability to say, okay, let's sever this, because obviously this is
talking about legalities and not social.
People I don't think would have been that mad at him.
Everyone would have been pissed.
No, because the thing they were all pissed about was like, he was like, pull it out. keep it, pull it out. And then the parents were like, put it in. And then the doctor would be like, we have 1 day until she dies. And then the parents would be like, put her back in.
Kill her.
So I think that's what was so much worse.
Set her on fire.
Oh,
I want to see her burn. They're like, whoa, buddy.
Well, all right. We do have one kind of an update.
We have a lot of updates because all of the news...
Betty White is dead. We did that. And we didn't mean to do that.
No. We didn't do John Madden. People try to put John Madden's death on you and me. We brought him up on the Relax Fit right before the break.
I play Madden all the time. I think about John Madden every day.
You are the person that is spiritually closest to John Madden.
I love John Madden.
Of all of last podcast.
Iconic.
Yes. And, again, sat for a living. He lived the dream. He made millions of dollars past his prime. He's making more money as a corpse than we'll ever see in our lives.
And they might call the All-Pro game now. They might call it the All-Madden game in the NFL, and I think that'd be wonderful. So R.I.P. John Madden, of course, one of the greatest of all time. We didn't kill him. We did not. And then Betty White, I think we just mentioned her, but I think we said she was going to live forever. Also, there was an episode, evidently I did say I would only believe in death once Betty White dies.
So,
however,
how do you feel?
Moving the goalpost once Willie Nelson dies, which is something else I've always said, then I will believe in death.
Well, Betty White, again, didn't make it to 100. She didn't make it to 100. Wow. She's 99 years old.
Wow.
We talked about this in a group text.
Your wife said she's going to give her the 17. Your wife spotted her 17 days. To make her 100. People magazine put her on the cover and said, this bitch is about to be 100. And this woman, obviously, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just being humorous. The problem is, with old media, don't curse this woman like that.
Mark McGuire was not given those home runs back.
No, he was not.
But do you remember? So that's what I'm saying.
Steroids probably could have made her last 17 more years. Or 17 more days. I love Betty.
How sweet it would have been if Betty White got fucking jacked right towards the end. Just got fully yoked. Like, big veins coming out of her legs like she's Sly Stallone doing a TikTok with his daughter that I didn't know exists.
She probably has veins coming out of her legs. Everyone at a certain age does.
But now that she has passed
on,
we just want to say big ups and get heaven ready for me, Betty. Because, when I'm up there, you best believe I'm going to need some chicken.
You think she's going to cast you in her Heaven sketch group? Or
I don't need to be inside the Hollywood machine. It's filled with pedophiles.
Well, speaking of pedophiles, another update story here. Again, truly R.I.P. Betty, what a legend. Virginia Giuffre. Now, I didn't realize she actually did not testify at the Jizz-Laine Maxwell trial.
She didn't need to, right? Well, because
she's kind of the public face of the sexual assault.
I know. So they got Jizz-Laine. She's going to fucking full on where the boys are in jail. We're going to see how this is. We'll see how long she serves. We're going to go into sentencing. I think they said she could probably get something like 20 years.
She says she's not going to flippity flop, and who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if these politicians are so callous at this point that she might just get a freaking pardon. Who knows? But another dude who has a lot of power, who is very connected, someone who a lot of people are like, hey, can we get some punishment for this guy? Because he seems like a total freaking pervert. Believe it or not, Prince Andrew,
this piece of shit,
he has said that there's no way I raped this young girl because she said I was sweating. I can't medically sweat.
Okay, no, it's the single worst excuse I've heard to not be a pedophile before in my fucking life. This idea of because she testified in this very harrowing series of statements about how he was on top of her, dripping with sweat, and then the only thing he could think of to say is, I simply cannot physically sweat in any way, shape, or form, which is the dumbest thing. Have you ever listened to him talk, Prince Andrew? Have you listened to his recent dumb shit interview that he did? Prince Andrew.
I heard some snippets of it. It's called anhidrosis. Anhidrosis. Apparently, that is a thing where you cannot sweat. Okay.
He's inbred, is what that means. And the way this guy talks, he would not have the ability to work at a kiosk next to a McDonald's ordering station.
Absolutely
if he was not a royal. He is just a pile of DNA that we all have to act like he showed up. He was born on third base. This fucking piece of shit.
He was born in the dugout after hitting a home run. I mean, this guy didn't even have to run the bases. As a matter of fact, Joffre, she says that she would meet Andrew at a Pizza Express.
Oh, God, that's the worst place. I never want to be trafficked at a Pizza Express. I don't want to be trafficked at a Panda Express.
No, also,
give me a whole full long meal if you're going to traffic me.
You know, in this world of new realities and social media and certain things coming to light and certain things being exposed,
yes.
I am a little bit annoyed with how people have abused pizza.
It's pizza.
Whether it be Comet Pizza, Pizza Express, pizza. Yes, of course, it is a place that you're all welcome to be around the pie.
Pizza should be
it's a circle of life.
A pizza place should be a place where, you know, a millionaire can sit next to a taxi driver.
Absolutely.
And they sit there and they all share stories about all the people they fingered. And then a little girl comes and she brings you a ball to sign. And you're some pop star. You're Rihanna. And you're there with them and everyone's laughing.
Yeah, that's right. Pizza is a sacred dish. And I don't think people should be meeting around pizza for nefarious reasons because the pizza always remembers. Let's not forget Pizza the Hut. So they would go to Pizza Express or they would go to a nightclub in London called Club Tramp, which is just, this guy is so freaking corny and lame.
Someone needs to just, I mean, like the satire, someone needs to physically attack him and pull him out onto the street, strip him of his clothes. What these guys need to be is wholesaled, harassed, and embarrassed until they cannot live a life anymore. He should be chased until the end of his life. If we can't get him into court because this man is guilty of many crimes.
Well,
they have the picture of him with his fucking griffin claw around that young woman. Like, you could just see it, like, digging into her fucking hip. Like, fuck this piece of shit. He's another member of the Illuminati. They were all on the plane. Him, Clinton, Donald Trump. They're all fucking giving each other massages, eating fucking pigs in a blanket.
Well, now you're getting me hunger for pigs in a blanket.
I am too.
Don't worry about it, Henry. He's not sweating it. Apparently, this is in 2001. They went to the pizza restaurant.
He physically can't sweat it.
That's what he said. They said that he took his elder daughter to a party at a pizza restaurant on the night of 2001 when it's alleged that he had sex with Joffrey. But as I've seen with To Catch a Predator, sometimes they'll bring the children around as cover, which is disgusting, but it's true.
It's their whole life. It's his whole life. His whole life is cover.
So we'll see what Jizz-Laine, we'll see if she flippity-dippities. Apparently, from obviously we know as much as you do, but apparently they say she's not going to. Perhaps she realizes the powerful people that she would anger, or who knows?
She is still caught in this ego trap of this idea that she is serving Epstein in some larger circumstance. Like, I really do think that people like this, the reason why Jizz-Laine and Epstein work so well within these communities is that they viewed their human trafficking as like a sacred duty, as a part of like a legacy of members of the Illuminati. I really do believe they look at this as like, I served a function amongst these high power players, and how could I ever be derelict to that responsibility?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they like the power that it gives them and how they get all of these people dancing on a string around them.
Well, Andrew Johnson here on Christmas Day, 1868, he granted full pardons and amnesty to all the Confederates. So perhaps Jizz-Laine Maxwell at some point will find a pardon.
Oh, I think
really
that she
could see
will.
it. I could totally.
Absolutely, yeah, because Biden's
Bill
like,
Clinton,
hey, tell me, sir, this is
Mark
what kind of
Rich.
draft? Is it good? We tell me we put drafts in jail. Come on, let me be clear. All right, we can't be putting drafts in jail. You tell that draft, she's out of jail. All right.
Yeah, I'm just looking over some of the presidential pardons, and yeah, you can be a
anybody, a president can pardon anybody.
Yes, indeed. All right, everyone. Well, let's move on. I believe that is it for updates.
Well, one update too is that we're going to see what happens. They have just admitted, the sheriff's department behind the investigation behind the West Memphis 3 has just
WM3.
admitted, and they've just found, they went and they found that all of the evidence that they said was destroyed is not destroyed.
Because the prosecutor in that case is now has retired, I believe.
Yes.
And so hopefully, just because there are still
just all found guilty.
Oh my God! Can you imagine
brutal,
if it all does work? Everything that we believe is in shambles.
Everything in shambles. Yeah.
No, but
I don't think it will.
That will not be the case, and it'll be great to figure out some justice for the kids, for the family of the children who murdered. But of course, there are some suspects in that case, and it'll be good for Damien and the crew to finally get some vindication, because there's always going to be maniacs out there who would be like, murderer, murderer.
Of course. I do think that, you know what Prince Andrew needs is this guy just wants Singh Chail.
What is
this
he
guy?
need him?
He's threatening to kill the queen with a crossbow, and he jumped a fence at Buckingham Palace. He went by the name of Darth Jones.
Darth Jones.
He's
can't
not
do that.
good. He's
Darth-
not good at this.
Obviously, Darth being Darth Vader, which if you think about Darth just as a name, does not really, I don't get, it doesn't
It's
make
a
my
George
skin,
Lucas
it doesn't
thing.
make my skin crawl.
No.
Like if I'm like, Darth is coming, I'm not like, oh, I'm shaking in my boots for Darth. I feel like he's going to come. He's going to bring a series of
they
Jello
had
shots.
Darth Vader, so that's Darth.
Darth Vader is
that's
cool.
supposed to be Darth Invader. Then there was Darth Sidious, right?
Oh, and that means Insidious.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit.
Look at
See?
that.
And there's a bunch of them, but I don't know what Darth and Jones means nothing. So this man, they basically came and got him. They said that he was a mental health alert. They picked him up. He did a bit of an address wearing some form of white mask, holding a crossbow, saying he's coming for the Queen. And the Queen went, because she doesn't have a fucking brain anymore.
Well,
I
and
feel
of
like
course,
all
and-
of this is deep fake bullshit that she just did that speech. She's probably been dead for years.
Brother. Oh, you turned to me the whole time. I 100% agree with you. It's deep fake in, as I'm learning quite a bit about these masks that people wear on the internet.
Whoa, you're saying that people are being fake on the internet?
And I do think they gave her a bit of a lift via AI.
Why though? Because she literally, what you mean? Because
looks
she was
fine.
just in the hospital to be dead. Yeah, she's like 97 years old.
But anyway, I find it, as an American, to be borderline adorable. The idea that someone would take a little crossbow.
Look at this guy.
Look at him there. He's got a
his crossbow. He looks like this looks like a skin from fucking some video game.
I mean, this is America. It's a numbers game here in America. You're not taking out. What are you going to do? Crossbow. Shit. Ding.
But
And then, oh, better
it's the only
reload.
weapon they got.
It's a cool thing. It's a cool crossbow, but I mean, what are we talking about here?
Look at these fucking assholes. 806 suspects post chilling Snapchat video where he's like, almost stick the Klein, almost stick the guy, right? Then 829, he scales the fence at Long Walk near Cambridge Gate. Oh, and then 9 a.m., they made Prince Andrew, they made sure he was safe. Made sure he was safe.
Was he there?
Look at this. 829 scales fence at Long Walk near Cambridge Gate. 830, arrested. So he just literally
Just
went over to a cop standing there going, okay. And he was like, oh, tyranny shall be failed this day.
Oh my God.
And then they arrested the hell out of him.
Yep.
And then, but it seems like now they're putting him in a mental health facility. I don't even know if that's better. I don't know if that's good.
I have
good
no
or
idea
bad.
what they do over there.
But then apparently it ruined the Queen's breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a hanging offense.
Because every
That's a
morning
hanging offense.
she gets up every day. She has tea. She puts peanut butter on her pussy so those corgis can lick her out so she can have one orgasm before she
Oh,
can
my
make
goodness.
decisions for state. And then she
Right.
goes, she has some scones. She has some buttons.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck bullshit she has.
Maybe
and so
a
then all of a
fruit
sudden
or
they come in.
something.
Yeah, she slays one black person. She drinks the blood of a black person. And then she sits there and then they came in and are like, oh, Miss Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Oh, there's a man here with arrows. And she's like, yes, they did come. They knew they were coming. It's the Vikings. It's the Vikings. It's the
No, they're
Tudors.
the Vikings.
The Tudors are
No, that's
taking
been a
me.
long time
Oh,
ago,
it's a
hon.
war of the roses in
No,
me.
it's just a random psycho dude. It's just a dude.
I say we should make his kidneys for dinner then.
Oh, you probably could.
Yep.
Literally, the queen can do whatever she wants. And did you know she still drives? Isn't that exciting?
Absolutely fascinating.
Fascinating. All right. Well, let's go with the world of squirrels.
Wow, look at that. And you see how it says right here, and they're immediately blaming crossbows.
Oh, come on.
They're
Now they're going to
immediately
ban
blaming
crossbows?
crossbows.
Wow.
They're saying, oh, anybody can buy a crossbow.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, sure, anybody can buy a crossbow, but it really would take Liam Neeson to kill the queen with it.
I mean, it would take a character that Liam Neeson plays. Can you imagine if that actor actually attempted to do anything violent?
He'd shoot
He's
himself
still
in the
a
foot.
romantic actor.
He's just an actor.
He's just a romantic actor. As a matter of fact, Ed Larson and I from Brighter Side, we went to the store yesterday to buy some hardware. And that's true. We went to the hardware store. And you can get a machete, a solid machete, for
yeah, dude.
$13.99.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh-wee.
No, man, take back the streets. Only $13.
It's amazing how cheap it is. All right. Well, what is, we need weapons as humans But if we were squirrels, we wouldn't need any weapons because they are a weapon.
No, what?
Squirrels have rained terror over a sleepy Welsh village.
I saw this.
18 residents have been left with bites and scratches.
Yeah, this squirrel's going 18 people.
It's really cool. And they nicknamed the squirrel Stripe. And he was finally caught in a humane trap. And then they
euthanized it.
They euthanized it all respectfully, I guess.
But
He was
I
caught
think
by
they
the
just
RSPCA. But I do feel like, I'm sorry, squirrel. And you know me, I love my animals. But you want to play in the big boy game? Then you're going to get big boy punished, tarred and feathered.
Okay, so
tar and feather the squirrel. The
so
squirrel
funny
needs to actually have some justice. I mean, it wants to play. Let's play.
I find that you're interesting. The flip-flopping of your libertarianism. How you would go to bat for a
Selective
human.
libertarianism.
You would say, all of these humans shouldn't get the death penalty.
Sure.
But you're saying that the
I said
death
tarred
penalty.
and feathered.
That's basically a death penalty.
Well, he's already
For a
kind
squirrel,
of hairy.
turn him into a chicken, he'll die of embarrassment. Right? You're going to allow them to murder this squirrel. I think that this squirrel should be kept in a high security facility where we test chlamydia drugs on it.
Oh, that could also work. It would be kind of fun if it stayed in the same prison cell as Magneto.
Oh,
but it's just one
it's
squirrel.
all the glass. Yeah, it's all the glass.
Well, this squirrel has also been accused. Now, again, just accused of biting dogs. Cats, biting dogs and cats and chasing people down country roads.
What is happening?
So again, in this weird scenario, I'm Team Squirrel. Other than the fact I do believe it does need to seek there needs to be some justice, but I also love the idea of this squirrel just chasing random people down. Because at the end of the day, you turn around, you say stop, and then the squirrel will stop.
I don't know if that's true.
It is true.
But I know that
It's
I feel
personal
like
defense. Stop.
I feel that if a squirrel got close to me, maybe I'm wrong. SideStoriesLPOTL@gmail.com. Maybe I'm wrong. But I feel that if a squirrel got close enough to me to it be attacking me, I'd try to grab at it with my hands or swat it away or kick it away. Like you'd kick it off into a bush. You'd kick it into the street. Right? But I actually would prefer us to find a way to rehab these squirrels.
Well, there was a
and
woman.
get him back and get him trained.
Look at that lovely woman.
This woman was feeding the squirrel.
This woman was taking care of the squirrel.
No, this woman was aiding and abetting the squirrel. Technically, that's the woman who should be arrested.
This woman's name is Miss Reynolds.
What's her first name? Miss Reynolds, if you're nasty.
No, Miss Reynolds. This is what she told The Standard, this is picked up by The Standard in UK.
I know. This is how much shit's going on over there right now.
Her sorrow. She nicknamed the squirrel Stripe, and then she said she nicknamed him after the Gremlins. Remember how cute that is? Stripe from the Gremlins?
Stripe was the villain.
That's correct. But then she said, now I guess she's happy. She says, I'm relieved I caught him because my grandson, who was only 2, can play in the garden and he can be safe.
I feel that
but
the UK
he's also sad.
Can I say this to our UK listeners? I love all of you.
Yes, we do. We love everyone.
You got to get tougher than this.
No, I don't think so, because
you can't hold a whole
killed
town
the
hostage.
squirrel. They killed it.
I know, but only
They
after they
euthanized
were
it.
terrorized by the squirrel.
That's on them. That is it's still a squirrel. It's not Christmas Vacation. This isn't written by John Hughes. This isn't like some kind of
No, they are nasty little creatures.
They are, but it's got a huge tail.
But I love a squirrel.
Whip it around your head like a helicopter. So she said, but I am sad because I'm an animal lover, and because of me, this squirrel lost his life. I know people don't like gray squirrels, but they are God's creatures to me.
I guess that's what happens, though. You come for fucking humankind, you get fucking baka 2 in the back of the fucking head, dude.
Yeah, she wrote all of that on Facebook.
No. Oh, then at least it served a purpose, didn't it?
Yeah.
Really kept Facebook going for the day.
She says, I was shocked and I realized I had to get him caught before it was a child. Those teeth could bite right through a child's tiny finger. Which, again.
I guess so.
Yeah,
no,
so
I have to watch Wendy.
She created a monster, it sounds
We were
like.
in the Delta Lounge, and a little kid came up to Wendy to try to, pet the side of her head. And the thing about Wendy is that, she looks cute, but she's a bitch.
Chihuahua.
Yeah. You try to go up to get in her mouth, man. I kind of wanted to see it, but then I'd have to put her down.
Look at it. Look how they got the squirrel. It's
Look
a
at
little,
that.
It's
Look
a
at that
little
bounty.
cage with peanuts
They
in
must have covered it in blood or something, so it knew that's where its food was.
Anyway, the tight-knit community apparently was pretty alert. They say it was alerted by the rampage.
Whoa, this hit the Guardian.
Also, it hit 2 Bengal cats.
Whoa.
It had fear for nothing. I love this squirrel.
And it's like the Carl Panzram of squirrels.
According to Buckley resident Scott Felton, he's 34. He reported being bitten. He says, I was just...
Say it correct, though. Can you do it correct?
I actually don't think I can say this quote.
Oh, yeah, no, not... Well, the reason why Kizzle can't say that quote is because they were using a word that is a term for a cigarette in the UK that we can't.
I was just having...
Did you say the cigarette?
A cigarette, a flag.
Oh, sure.
A flag.
Yeah,
they take the L out. I was just having a
bit of a flag outside.
A bit of a flag outside by my back door, and then it jumped on him. So he was just...
You could have just said that if we were on an island. If we were in another island, you could have just said that word.
Well, I mean, I just don't like things taken out of context. Isn't language absolutely fascinating? Because
it is.
Because otherwise it could just be him 69.
Yeah. You could just sucking some dude off while the squirrel's trying to get into his boots. Yeah,
Whatever.
of course. Yeah,
Isn't that fun? Colloquialisms. All right. Anyway, the squirrel's been killed.
Yeah, that squirrel's dead now, and I'm glad for it. You should do, Kissel. There is a UFO update I'd like for you to get into. You should read and watch videos about a man named John Ramirez, who is he worked
that
as
name is very familiar.
He worked for the CIA. My friend Ellie taught me about this. She sent me down this rabbit hole, and it is the new, is it a grifter? Is it not a grifter? This is someone who used to use a CIA officer.
Okay.
His term, he was a type of officer. I have it all written down here.
I have to say, by ufology standards, he's a hunk. He's a 10 out of 10.
He's fine.
Well, he actually has the ability, it looks like, to attract a member of the opposite or same sex, whatever he wants.
I mean, technically, you would be surprised how low a woman's standards can be.
Yes, well.
You know. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't think you'd be that surprised.
He's on fire.
You fucking...
Oh, never mind. I'm looking up the wrong guy. I'm looking up a man who was convicted of murder.
No, but this is a man that was on I listened to a really interesting UFO episode, a really interesting UFO podcast with him. That he was the CIA Directorate of Science and Technology. He was working within the CIA, and part of what his job was is that he was trained to recognize, like, he used to work for the U.S. Navy, and his job was to recognize military weapons and how and what they were. Like, he'd be like, tell you like what kind of missile something was, what kind of thing was, like that. Like, that's what his job was. And the CIA used him to I guess to work in that capacity. He won't talk about his like top secret nature of his work, right? And he has tried to prove again and again that he is real, right? And that he did work for the CIA. He showed some challenge coins, showed some stuff. And like, you know, again, you can argue forever saying he made it up. He 3D printed it if you want to, obviously. But the thing about him that is interesting is it's another bald-faced dude. It's just a dude saying directly into a camera, I know for a fact that human beings are clones. That we are genetically engineered by a alien race, and that we actively use retrofitted alien technology within the U.S. government.
The hand-me-down.
That's what he's saying. And
come on.
It is very compelling what he says. Obviously, you could just say he's making shit up, but he is saying, like, straight up, there are aliens here. He has worked with Venusians. And so what I like about this guy is that it's old school, like, mystery spook shit where it's like you're gonna go into
cast of characters that you like too.
Yes, you go through all of his stuff and it's like it's a new guy that basically saying like, all right, I have gotten enough of a permission, because he's saying he's still in conference with the CIA and he got permission to talk about certain things. And the reason why he got permission to talk about certain things was because I think the CIA says, sure, go sound like a fucking lunatic. Right? If it's all real, I don't know.
A lot of people here, according to Reddit, say it's nothing more than a psyop. Can't trust him as far as you can throw him.
It's absolutely. Anybody who's worked for the CIA, we're working on a very big series that shows you for a fact you can't believe a single fucking thing that comes out of anybody who's worked for the CIA. Because a lot of times what they do is they hire professional grifters. They hire people who are very good at saying insane shit. Bald-facedly, like in a way that looks like they're not lying. They're not making it up as they go.
Like an actor.
Yes. Well, I was actually, I remember we have a friend that works within the government who said like, you and I, Kissel and I, are actually really good candidates for people who could have worked in the CIA as not analysts.
Remember when we pitched that as a fucking TV show that no one liked?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, and no, it ran for 10 seasons. We won all those Emmys.
Wait, what?
Yep. And
What?
then, but John Ramirez, he is what's
Oh
called,
man, cool.
his level was called a GS-15. That was the type of officer he was. But this guy, I mean, he's just. It's like, is it hyper blatant psyop? It's got to be. It has to be. That's the only thing that it could be, unless it's all real.
I mean,
we talk about how many times we're like, well, if it's a 1% real, then it's interesting. I know I have a lot of my skeptic friends are going to attack me on this. I just like this idea of this type of shit. It's still out there. We still got some 2005 internet going on.
You know, the gold isn't mountain. The mountain isn't gold. You've got to mine for it. So you got to find the truth, and hopefully you pick up the real truth, not the fool's gold, which a lot of people tend to, because it is difficult, as Henry said. When it comes
You can't
to
tell the
CIA,
difference between,
they
you don't
are
know what's
brilliant.
real or not real. You know what I mean? You really can't. But
And, check out John Kiriakou, also from a war perspective on Top Hats. The CIA, it's, they say we might be good at it, but then it's hard to not tell anyone the truth ever. Because that man, the reference with John Kiriakou, he found out his wife chewed the spine on him for 13 years.
well, that's the thing about when you work for these various,
scary.
all of our intelligence community, I think, hires people that are willing to go, like, you're hiring. We're going to get fucking letters for this. It does feel like they could very easily hire both intensely normal people. Like how they like NASA, when they hire astronauts, they want and people that test like high level, like new military technology.
Sure.
They want unflappable people. They want people that don't have emotional responses, they are clinical, analytical, and they could stay in the
Type
pocket.
A.
Yeah, no matter, they don't respond to stress in a way that affects with their ability to run very sensitive technology, right? Where I think that's one half of the CIA and various intelligence industries where they hire those types of people. And then I think there's the other half where they hire a bunch of people that really wouldn't mind lying for a living and knowing that that's what they have to do. And so that requires a certain type of person. But if you look at within the world of the intelligence groups, you have a lot of people that believe in wacky shit.
Absolutely.
Right?
They're just as diverse in many ways as any other
Michael
subset of
Aquino fucking created his whole sect of Satanism while working for the CIA.
He got some money working through there though as well.
Well, that's where it comes down to, like, how does the CIA use these type of people for their advantage as well? If you work for any one of these industries, sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com, I would love to get some kind of insight about. I know that the hiring practices are secret.
Yes.
But I'd love to get some more information about what it takes to work in one of these places.
Yeah, what does it take? What skill sets do you need?
Especially nowadays.
That's something that can be talked about. Well, speaking of CIA undercover, this story, an Irishman. This man is a true genius, and if he is CIA, he's an absolute mastermind. He got hammered, right? As the Irishman will do. And he mistakenly took the Romanian Parliament. He thought it was the Bucharest Hotel.
I can see
I've done
this.
I've done
You've done this.
I've done it. Yeah,
You've done.
I did it in Nashville when I was just like I couldn't find my hotel, which is literally 10 feet away.
The corner.
It was horrible. Anyway. So this dude, he's just absolutely hammered.
He had no clue.
He's looking for the Bucharest Hotel. He doesn't find it. Instead, he falls asleep in the Romanian Palace of the Parliament. And I literally did do this. I forget what city, but it was the wrong hotel, and I fell asleep on the couch. And then at some point, I was able to.
Where's that? That was in Chicago. Was it Chicago? Was it?
I don't know.
You've done this a couple
of times. Anyway, his breach of security at the huge communist-era building, also called the People's House, grabbed the headlines of Romanian television because all you have to do is pretend like you belong. And apparently that's what he did.
The key to life, my friend.
Yes, indeed. It took 13 years to construct this, and they said, you got to get out of here. He staggered around the building.
Where you telling me I'll tell you what? I'm Lord. I sit here. You mean to tell me I can't sit in a sleeper bed? Anywhere I go to sleep is a bed.
Absolutely. He got to the third floor.
Wow.
And then he was charged with destruction of public property and breaking into a public building. Just days previous, the same building had been stormed by protesters. So they were unhappy with some of the COVID restrictions. So everyone's on high alert, but I'm just saying, good for this guy. How fun is that?
I mean, at
they
least
did arrest him though, but it's like, he's Irish, give him.
Why arrest him?
Yeah. I mean,
get him back to his hotel. He's hammered.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I know it's an embassy.
But what if he is
don't
CIA?
know. But to him,
What if he is CIA?
well, then he's called or Irish intelligence.
Yeah, whatever that is.
It's called
No.
secrets. Oh, welcome to the McSecrets group.
Not KGB. I forget. KGB's gone. What's the name? I forget the name.
It's called like the LBT or some fucking bullshit. They do some garbage now.
All right. Well, also in a story that's a little bit more down to earth and kind of dog related, I actually don't know if this man, it's not the worst as far as vengeance.
Well, this guy, he's just doing the thing which, like, I got yelled at by my own neighbors because when we were stuck in an extended stay, I had a bunch of people, like, we're trying to get something done in the house, right? And we had a bunch of, like, work materials that were just, like, left on the street in front of my house. And my neighbors complained.
There was something happening where everyone that was dropping off anything to your house just left it in the street.
They just left it in the street because they don't care, because they don't give a shit. They don't care.
I
and so
see,
they just
I see.
left it out there. So I was getting complaints from my neighbors saying, hey, there's stuff on the street in front of your house. And it's like, am I there? Can't I do anything about it? And so, but no, I don't mean to be, but this guy, he got mad that a contractor was parking in front of his house. So he zip tied a bag of shit to the guy's car.
Dog faces.
Dog face.
And that's the only problem I have with this entire story. If revenge is like, all right, you got to sometimes. I'm just saying, dog feces. All right, we all have to pick it up. We've all picked up dog shit.
Yes.
It's got to be human feces. If you're going to send a message, you have to send a message that A, that's my shit. B, yes. I'm just crazy enough to do that. C, did you fucking get the message now?
Because honestly, I'm a person who loves to plot revenge.
Sure.
Right? I think about revenge for hours a day. It's sometimes the only way I go to sleep.
That's
just
what I do.
Thinking about how do I equalize the world for my standings?
Thinking putting a bunch of people in a pool, having their ankles tied up, jello mold.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be kind of fun.
COVID personally. Go purposely get COVID. Go to Washington D.C. Give it to as many politicians.
No
as
one
I can
dies
get
anymore.
But I just want to give it to all of them. I want them all to have it. Right?
I did guess my prediction. One of my predictions on top that was Chuck Grassley is going to die at 88. So we'll see if that comes true.
But the idea of, like, in my mind, if I'm going to tie shit to a car that I don't like,
right?
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process.
Eat a big old flavor, like fucking. You want
what are
some
you
kind
eating
of
if you're gonna put your dookie in a zip tie bag?
Indian food. I would eat a bunch of Indian food, and then I would eat my fucking colon blow, my fiber cereal. Right. I get a big, nice fucking vindaloo.
But that's going to be spicy coming out of you. I think you're going to hurt yourself. He's not going to be eating it.
But the idea is that if it's loose, it spreads easy, right?
Well,
so
I think you're talking more about a spray down situation as if you were incarcerated. This man is going to look at the zip tie, look at the dookie and say, okay, I got it, message. So I think you can eat whatever you would like.
I guess so, but I'm
going to burn up the asshole.
What I would.
That's going to burn up your butthole, though.
I like it, though, but then again,
I do love some Vindaloo.
Revenge is a dish best served. It's hot. It's cold.
Hot.
That says cold, but I would say very hot.
I guess it could be. All right, well, either way, be careful out there. Stop parking in front of people's houses.
No, you have to sometimes. Sometimes you have to park in front of somebody's house. And that's what they said. He had no jurisdiction. It's a public street. It's just a street.
I mean,
you can't control all of the street.
I mean, the guy, he had a different opinion than you.
He really did.
All right. Well, I think it's time for Hero of the Week.
I think so.
All right. Well, this week's hero, it's really not even this week's hero. This is now timeless. These are timeless heroes.
It is.
Henry brought this to my attention. Evidently, there's a profession in Spain.
This is the best single job I've ever heard.
These people, what do they call themselves? The ham sniffers.
They're
That's
ham
right. They
sniffers.
sniff ham. This is according to the article. I just like the opening line by Tobias Carroll. It almost reads as a carol. This is from Inside Hook. Have you ever gazed longingly at the aged ham hanging on the wall of a barbershop?
Yes, I do.
Barbershop. There's something uniquely delectable about a ham that's been prepared in this way. A richness to the taste it's hard to deny. So apparently there's a group of people that see ham differently than, well, maybe not you.
Not me. I see ham very special.
And what they do is they look at the ham and they say, ooh, I bet you that tastes good. Yes, I would like to lick it. But before that, let me sniff it.
Got you.
So they sniff it, and then I guess they can tell a lot because this is what one of the sniffers told the Wall Street Journal. He says, "The memory of perfect ham is cooked into my brain." So he loves ham. This guy is
He loves ham.
He loves ham so much. And I don't think he has any friends or anything. But
no, why you need friends? You got ham.
Yeah,
You get the honey baked ham store. You can go buy new friends.
Manuel Vega Dominguez, he estimates that he smells 800 hams a year.
Wow,
each
wait
of
a
them
second.
from 4 distinct locations.
My question is, wow,
by the way,
800 a
each
year.
of them in 4 distinct locations on the ham.
No. So if it's 800 hams per year, he only gets around to smelling.
I'm so sorry. That's per day.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I thought he spent let's say he has a 9-hour workday. I thought he spent 4.5 hours smelling one ham, and then 4.5 hours smelling another ham. I thought he just goes for hours on each one.
It's called the Calidor sniff.
Now, what is he smelling for?
Well, it didn't really. Okay, so they say the test to become a Calidor involves detecting small amounts of different substances in water, and Vega and his colleagues maintain a strict regimen of scents in their daily lives to keep their sense of smell honed and ready.
What?
So I don't know.
They're afraid COVID's going to ruin it, right? Is that one thing they're afraid of? Is that if COVID comes through and then they won't be able to smell the delicate layers of ham?
Perhaps that's another layer to it. I'm not quite sure. They don't mention that in this article. We're focusing mostly on ham. He says this is an industry where many practices have changed since the 1800s.
They better have.
He says,
if ham technology didn't get better since the 1800s, are we not thinking about ham enough?
He says that, quote, his ham, what he does, it's been dubbed the Bentley of hams.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I like to ride around on one of those.
I
love me some fucking nice fucking, that's Spanish that Iberian
That's the
ham.
Cinco Jotes. That's the best one.
I love that thing. I just had some recently. Eddie and I together ate an entire packet of prosciutto 2 days ago.
That's very good for you.
We ate a lot of it.
That's good for
honestly,
you. All the fat
it was a lot. It was too much at once.
It was too much, yeah.
Only just because you kind of even lose
fun.
The joy
fun.
of it.
Yeah,
because then it kind of feels. Because then Eddie, there was a bunch of sheets of it left, and Eddie was like, "We have to finish it now." And I was like, "I don't know if we do. I don't know if we actually have to finish it." But he was like, "We just gonna leave these slices of ham by?" And I was like, "You're right," because I was drunk.
No, it made sense. I mean, technically, Eddie was correct.
He was. Well, we want to give it up to the ham sniffers everywhere.
Absolutely, ham
If you got a
sniffers.
ham at home, sniff it up. If you just got a fat husband, give him a smell.
Give him a smell. Yeah, absolutely.
Just somebody big. If you got somebody big around you, be like, ham sniffed. You are top quality.
Top quality. Unless they're not.
Then give them a B.
You have to tell them the truth.
Because a B and your B might as well be an F.
We've all eaten B ham before.
I try not
C
to.
ham, D ham.
I try to
We've all
avoid-
had F ham.
Whoa, I've had some F ham.
All right.
some fucking ham. All right, here we go. Let me give you a couple of these listener fucking emails. There's not many, but let me read these two.
All right.
I grew up in the dark heart of Appalachia, Southern Virginia. Cold country. I lived in a holler, a small neighborhood in the valley of the mountains. It was all family. It was more of an insular commune more than anything. Everyone worked at the farms, sharing between households. That lifestyle's pretty much dead in that specific holler now. Anyway, with all insular communities like that, you'll have your own weird little traditions, sayings, whatever.
Sure.
Had our own creepies and ghoulies, too.
Oh.
The regulars popped up, like Tally Po, Wood Booger. Our holler had a very specific boogeyman, though.
Okay.
His name was Goose Egg. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that he is real.
Okay.
Goose Egg was the man who'd come get you, put you in his bag, and take you away if you didn't do your homework or gave your grandparents a hard time.
Huh.
Goose Egg was some sort of dark hollow Santa Claus. Took up the tally if you're misbehaving. If you hit a point, that's that. Always watching you.
Okay.
He was called Goose Egg because he was completely hairless. Tall and lanky, big eyes. Needless to say, the kids are terrified of him.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because back in, say, 1998 or 1999, I would have been 10 years old. My cousin was 3 years older, and we played in the woods because it was the 90s and in Appalachia. We were doing our thing, exploring, and we came upon a shack in the woods in a clearing. We immediately get to it, walking up to it and exploring discovery, animal skins on tanning racks, handmade tools. It's like coming across that guy in The Child of God by Cormac McCarthy. You remember that book? You ever read that book?
I was thinking more Red Dead Redemption when you come upon their little village.
That's
sometimes.
for non-readers.
Okay.
Now, we hear someone yell at us and we see him. Bald head, old big eyes, tall and lanky. We ran. That type panic in my chest, that terror we experienced with us for years.
Okay.
Now let's forward to 2019. We're having a family dinner. Everyone's all spread out across the country now. Me and my cousin talk about it. His parents chuckle. Turns out that Goose Egg, while being real, was more of a tragic figure than anything. He had alopecia. He used to live in town with his wife.
They were just being mean.
Their house had burned down and lost her in the fire. This is what they're saying. In his grief, he went and lived a life of solitude. Apparently, the grandparents had told their parents about it, and the concept just sort of got passed down as a familial boogeyman. So you're just saying.
Just being mean to the man.
Man with no hair.
Oh.
That's what's going to happen to me.
Why do the kids all run away from me?
I was made hairless by God.
Oh, man.
There you go. How to share the story, right? This is from a hairstylist. Big up to hairstylists.
Woo!
Doing hard work, making us look good.
All right.
This client I had, we'll call him Jared. Subway.
Oh, I think about that fat fucking asshole.
Why do
once
you?
a month.
I wish we didn't.
Because what if you're Subway? What a day.
Honestly.
Like, what happened to our pitch man? What was our pitch man
you
doing?
just thought you had it nailed. People love Jared. They love his big pants. They love how tiny he is now.
Subway has had a bad string. Also, the quality has gone down.
It has absolutely gone down, and now we know for a fact that the tuna doesn't have meat. You could put fucking
they said
stickers all over it saying, oh, it's real tuna, but we know that it's not tuna.
I've heard it has chicken, pork, and cow in it.
Yes.
So it has all meat.
All meat. So Jared grew up in a home in the Wisconsin shore of Lake Michigan. The Wisconsin shore of Lake Michigan.
No, you said we're Michigan.
Over the lake, he said, UAPs are a common sight.
Believe it.
One night, Jared was sitting on his porch with a friend when they saw one of these UAPs hovering over the lake. Jared grabbed a laser pointer and began flashing it at the object, which just appeared shortly after. And this is true. This is what we talk about. This is what the Russians are, according to certain documents. This is what the Russians are doing to communicate with UFOs. They're showing light signals and they're playing sounds for them.
Do you remember when the laser pointer became small d democratized and we all got one and we were like, this is peak. But then you really can't really do anything
domestic
with
terrorism for children.
Right.
It was incredible. It was a way to you cause so much chaos with a laser pointer.
Yeah, I aimed it at somebody's forehead once and then everyone's like, it was like, there's no gun attached to it.
No, yeah, but then everyone's like, because that was also during the Columbine heat when everyone's like, they thought everything was sniper rifles.
See, I'm going a little pre-Columbine. I was thinking more Buzz Lightyear.
Was there even a pre-Columbine?
I was Buzz Lightyear and people.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And he was an assassin for the government.
He actually was CIA.
And we didn't need that prequel either. So late at night, Jared woke up in the bedroom unable to move. The only thing in his field of vision was his dog, which was frozen in an unnatural position, which I was just reading about in this idea of an abduction scenario where a man was fucking his wife and then he froze and the aliens came in, removed him while he was mid-fuck, fully hard, and then scooped her up and then brought her back and then put the husband back on top of her so he could fuck until he came, not realizing the 3 hours were missing. And it wasn't until after he come that he was just like, holy fucking shit, have we been having sex for 5 hours?
Huh. All right.
It's always like that. It's husband.
It is always like that.
All right, so Jared became aware of another presence in his room that he could not see, which communicated to him telepathically that he was not in danger. These beings said that they would come back to ask Jared what device he had used to disable their vehicle. Realizing they were asking about the laser pointer, Jared told them what it was called and told them where to find it. He realized he wasn't speaking aloud, as he could still move his face, but his thoughts were understood telepathically. They took the laser pointer and left like it was fucking third grade teacher. Jared was never contacted again, but ever since that night, he has been plagued by extremely realistic dreams that predict earthquakes. In August this year, he had one where he was standing on a beach in flip-flops he didn't recognize, surrounded by tropical plants and a few small houses he did not recognize. Suddenly, the earth rocked beneath him, and he fell to the ground as a massive quake shook the earth. Jared woke up. A few weeks later, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake killed more than 2,000 in Haiti. Watching the coverage of the crisis at home, Jared saw footage from the island's southern peninsula where the worst of the damage was concentrated. He said he recognized the exact location from his dream in the video.
Well, buddy, next time you're going to want to shoot a warning out
Send an email.
Send an email and be like, the big shake's coming. I had a dream. And, there
The
you
thing
go.
is, we get that. We basically have that like once every other week in Los Angeles, where someone's like, the big one's coming. And it's difficult to say.
At some point, I guess it will.
I guess so. I don't know.
No, I don't care.
It doesn't really matter because it's another thing that we can't evolve. And it's another thing that we can't change, which is why it's important to live
Live every day.
knowing that there are things that you can't change.
Also, the first...
And you have to love the fact that there are things you can't exchange. And you have to grow to accept things you cannot change, right? This is if we were to get sober, which we won't.
Sure.
Anytime soon, we'd have to learn this and say this every day.
I'm doing dry January, as you could see. I only have just 5
You only have enough weed tincture to destabilize the Ukraine. Like if you poured that into a punch that you gave to like a quilting group, they would start a new Salem witch trials. You know what I mean? They would all just lose their fucking minds. And then sometimes you just gotta laugh, knowing for a fact that like you're gonna be stuck in an extended stay for a week, and the curveballs are gonna come your way. And you know what you gotta do? You gotta catch those curveballs. Take those baseballs that you just caught. Find out where the person who threw the curveballs at you threw them from, and where they sleep and where they live. Right. And when they're asleep, fucking beat them in the side of the fucking head with the curveball that they threw at you. But you first have to catch it, which requires you to have a head in a swivel, and you got to just be and enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process
of revenge.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for listening. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing all right out there. Fucking be. Can't wait to see y'all in Tejo real soon in Texas.
We don't know if we don't think anything's changing with those dates, so we're just moving forward until someone fucking tells us that they're changing. Also,
or they won't be. Hopefully.
Who fucking know? I don't fucking know. This week we got Soul Plumber number 4 is hitting your getting out there. You're gonna want to take a look and you want to fucking get involved.
Soul Plumber.
And then also. And we're just going to keep announcing this. February 1st. We're staying on Spotify, but we are going to every single platform. We're going to be
get your podcast from Podbean or from Loudbutt. I don't know where you get it from.
You can get it there. We will be with Stitcher. You get, I believe the deal is that you're going to, again, go premium to Stitcher if you want ad-free episodes. Or, again, with our Patreon, nothing changes with our Patreon.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. You just will be able to listen to your episodes wherever the fuck it is you want to.
This is such nice news.
It's really, really good. And then also remember that we are going to be starting a show on Sirius XM on Mondays. We're going to be doing a call-in show.
Lines.
We can't fucking wait to get back to have our boomer dreams be realized.
Cannot wait. And then we'll probably continue to expand, and we'll take control of Sirius at some point in the relatively near future.
We're going to have to cut that before. Well, we could say this until we start working for them. They can't know that we're going to take over until it's too late.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for listening. Yeah. Hail yourselves.
Hail Satan.
Magustalations.
Hail me, you dirty fucking bitch.
Find us an alien, would you?
Come on. Send us an alien in the mail.
Send us an alien.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.